Hello everybody, the Lord Root here, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Cities. So it turns out that we have actually got quite a bit of things to do here. We certainly are almost full up on our little sector here, and we'll continue to work on that. We are probably about halfway through on our new plot here. We'll be getting water treatment plants and crematoria once we hit 12,000, but that's a long way off. That is almost double what we have now. So a few things we need to do. The industry needs to be taken care of here. And I've decided what I'm going to do for industry is I'm going to alternate on these paths. Now, I've been told not to cluster up your industry by looking at other people's videos who are way better than I am. But truthfully, the deed is done. And you know what, I'd rather not worry about it. So we'll go through, we'll make ourselves another commercial district here. And then maybe we will work on farming some. Because farming is going to be rather important. Certainly we could do some rezoning right now. That is if we wanted to. And let's just take a look at what we have. We have plenty of cash. And, you know, I'm beginning to think maybe a fire station would be a good idea. Now, we can put in a big one, if we like. And that will be very helpful for us if we do that. Given that this place is not quite where we want it, I think a big one would be fine. Lots of money to support, unfortunately. But, you know what, it covers the entire city. There are also issues with trash pickup as well. But let's do that. You know, I think I'm going to take out our standard loan. Right here. Put a little bit of extra money in the bank. And we'll use the little curvy thing here. Just because we get way better land coverage that way. Certainly, we do want to be a little bit careful here. I think I'm going to put a dump over here, maybe. Now, maybe I should know the hotkeys for some of these guys. But, you know, we'll get our dump going. A bus station might also be interesting. We have a metro station, too. We have a lot of public transit that we have conveniently ignored. That maybe would be good to put in at some point. But for now, garbage is going to be our main concern here. We are still quite far into the black here, so one thing that I want to make sure of is that we are sufficiently covered here. And we'll put down some high density here. And that should more or less take care of things. Certainly with that fire station we will need better coverage. And yeah, that's going to do it for another commercial zone. I'm hoping that the increase in fire coverage will make this place a lot more desirable. You know, maybe people will look and they will see that we care for them somewhat. I guess it's not really appropriate to say that we care for them at all. After all, they are just simulated beings. But yeah, that is making people a little bit happier. And we must be getting pretty close now to, you know, this guy emptying. We'll leave that bit out for a bit of buffer. But as it currently stands, we cannot yet expand. And I'm going to expand over here, I think. And maybe what I'll do is I will create myself a little bit of a farming area here. Now I'm not going to go for the concentric circle design anymore, but we may be able to get something out of the hexagonal design. And that much is worth investigating. Certainly, there are other things we can look at as well. I think we're going to kind of be in the center here. We'll just move out from here, because I believe this is going to be just fine. And I'm going to put these little sectors here if we can afford to do that. So we can get ourselves a little bit of a farming deal going on. There will be more and more jobs for these people because we now have fairly high industrial demand, and we can really do that in one of two ways. The first is going to be when we expand out here, because that'll really be the trick. We want, well, do we want oil? Maybe? I think, you know, let's take a look and see what we have. I think this sector out here should probably be our heavy pollution zone. Let's just get you know, people don't care as much about the noise here. So I'm gonna start by maybe putting grid power here, because farms don't really care all that much about that sort of thing. I think we can cross over here, maybe. Space already occupied. Okay, we'll just do like that. Green power for green farms. Not a bad idea, if I say so myself. And I think maybe I've been a bit too stingy with the land. In the sense that I really not done much as supposed to prevent. Oh, that's actually not a very good deal, is it? Well, you know, I haven't really, I've been concerned about efficiency. And efficiency is a good thing when properly utilized. But then our city begins to look kind of boring, and when this dystopian state, it does finally kick itself off, that could be a bit of a problem for us. We'll just... The space is already occupied, it looks like. And I can't join it. We have all of these education spots to look at here, but none for us to really consider. Oh, and another interesting thing too is that first of all, is that going to be worth it? I sincerely doubt it. We may get a little bit out of that. I think we end up losing more than we want here. Yeah, we'll do that. This is beginning to look like quite a nifty little farming area. possibly a suburb of some kind. We're not quite where we want to be here. I'm gonna open up this land, though. So there we go, we have a sector devoted to farming, which can grow at will. And a little bit more in the way of power. And money is streaming in like crazy. Oh, maybe we ought to get this guy zoned up real quick. I'm going to be a little bit sloppy with this because it's okay for the entire island to be this one form of industry. That's part of the reason I bought it. That is Magnolia Hills. Well, because of the facts that this guy does somewhat resemble a deal. We're kind of going with this. We're gonna call this Illuminati Hills. Interesting thing about this place is that really we we have I guess farmers that are Freemasons or whatever. They're going to run the local farmers racket and become politicians and whatnot. So we'll get these guys going. I think we can possibly fit in a fire station. You never really can be too sure about fire coverage. In some of these places, at least. So, video coverage has been quite spotty, in fact, because I'm going to a conference soon. I will probably already have returned from the conference when you see this video. But, I wanted to get this series in. KSP will maybe come soon, but KSP does require a little bit of intervention on my part. We are still fairly good here. We'll connect over here. Space is already occupied. So, yeah, we've already constructed a lot of the necessities here. And one thing I am sort of worried about with this industry is that we may require people living on this island, or we may want that. So I may devote a small percentage of this to residential. We'll see. And we seem to have plotted the Triforce of Wisdom. Or perhaps, depending on your viewpoint, maybe the Triforce of Stupidity. It's a very curvy Triforce, I'll say that much. Definitely, I think we need to start thinking about possible transit. Now, somewhere here, you know, we got a ton of things we can put down. I think a bus depot will go very well. Maybe somewhere up here where there's maybe somewhere here in the middle. Unfortunately, well, yeah, there's water here. You know, speaking of which, we are cutting it kind of close on our water. Let's go to the budget. We can raise water just a little bit. I mean, we have plenty of cash. Now, at some point, I'm going to have to do a little experiment with the, you know, the hydroelectric dams. I do not personally think that we can risk using the hydroelectric dams in the way that I want to. Because what I want to do is I want to, I would rather like, I think, we're suffering brownouts. We're gonna have to go down here, I think, and maybe work on that. Because, let's see, electricity is kind of in a bad sort of way. We get diminishing benefits from this. We might as well get everything we can out of here. There we go, we're in the green again. And this thing optionally serves as a fish farm. Because, you know, fish will go through the turbines and get turned into industrial slurry. Clearly not the best thing for us to do. We have a little bit of industrial demand, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to, I'm gonna make some industry here. And perhaps I can connect these guys in some way. Because this does seem to be a source of traffic issues for us. And somebody is burning down. Oh my. Let me just see if maybe we can do something about that. We can't really... This isn't going to work the way I want it to, unfortunately. Because we have this one little road here. And that's a bit of a problem. We need more in the way of trash. Or what are we occupied by? Unfortunately, there exists nothing like a recycling center here. And you know what I'm gonna do? Given the direction of this guy, I'm gonna do something kind of like this. That way the fire trucks can easily get in. In fact, has a fire truck actually gotten out there? I think this may be buses. Yeah, right now. Oh my. There the fire trucks are. They're gonna put out the building for us. This will give us enough room for some expansion, though. Let's get this heavy in these offices in. We are almost at our population cap. The offices are nice because they do not generate any pollution. Which, you know, I'm down with. They've met our industrial needs. We have offices. What more could you want? I think we may have trains coming up pretty soon. Not in this guy, but maybe in the next one. We'll just wait to see on that. The question is, if we dezone, you know, I want to wait just a little bit to see if, when we do this dezoning thing, because you're pretty much at capacity. The land value's gone down for some strange reason. Why is the land value going down? And if this is a dystopia, why do I care? Yeah, let's get some. We may want a... Well, we actually have... That's a university, I think. We'll just have to wait on that. However, a police station surely raise the land value. Got 10% crime, so it's not entirely necessary. But hopefully the crime rate will go down to maybe 5%. And we have a big city now with a crematorium and a water treatment plant. And a nice infusion of cash. Well, we've got a few options here. I'm thinking we should get some oil going. And why not? I mean, it's, with the amount of oil that we have, I think that this is just perfect. Because really, we have a ton of undeveloped land here. And that is rather important. We also happen to have, lots and lots of, space for, I suppose, for development here. And one thing that we could do to make this a little bit easier on us is if I save real quick, and I'm just going to do that, I'm going to go into something that I have not yet gone into. I am going to go into the asset editor, because I believe we can develop roundabouts and things like that for practically nothing. So let's go to our tools and our asset editor. We'll go to a new one. We'll just do that. I've never used this thing before. But we can do new buildings with this, I believe. We'll create a new intersection. And the way we can do that is we can go here. I'm going to create a curvy road. This will be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, we can do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And this is, let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll just go back here. That is, I think 1. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if I've done this correctly, then this is a fairly... It's not entirely circular, is it? It's, which is a bit of a shame. I'm just gonna go back here maybe and possibly rework this some. Because, that's the deal. We'll go, 4 over. And you know what I'm thinking is that we could possibly take this, go like this, have ourselves a little intersection center. Now that looks to me to possibly be when it's a road that's worth doing. We need to come out just a little bit. The idea is, of course, going to be that we're going to use this as a time saver. So now we can go around like so. And we will just maybe come out to here. And, or maybe not. This is where the entire bit gets pretty tricky. Oh no! Okay, let's try this once more. I think if we go like this... We'll possibly, you know, we can go out, to 6 here. Like that. And let's see maybe if that'll work. So we can go like so. And I really do wish sometimes there were hotkeys for this. Because it is getting really annoying. maybe a little bit on the, that's gonna be hard to say, really. Because... Oh, come on. I mean, I believe this will give us enough room for what we're trying to do. But it will be interesting, to say the least. Because, you know, we're going to have to think about how we're going to want to hook this thing in. Oh, and let's switch to, before we place that road, let's switch to this guy. I think it's like this, and then... There we go. We're beginning to get ourselves a fairly circular roundabout here. Except... Well, you know what? I could be a perfectionist about this. I think that's probably a better roundabout than I've ever really done. We'll just go in here now and add in the lanes. And it won't really matter. Either way, we could put something there in the center. Although that is... There's really no way around that, I think. The trouble is going to be... I'm gonna get a little bit too nitpicky with this thing. But I mean, we're taking the time to create the asset. I mean, that's important if we're doing... If we're creating the asset, then why not? Because I think, this whole issue of asset creation is going to be relatively important. That is kind of like what we'd like. I think this is closer to it. Let's zoom out and see. Maybe not perfectly circular. People have undoubtedly done a better job on the Steam Workshop, but... we'll do that. just take out those center roads because they will slow our roundabout down. Maybe. Oh, let's maybe package this up. How do we save this thing? Save asset. We'll call this the crappy roundabout. Not so circular. Okay. Well, very good. We'll just return now to the main menu and bring our game back up. Now there's a map editor too, and that map editor is going to be quite nice for us. Just see where we stand on time. We got about 15 minutes or so left, and I'm rather satisfied with that. And then I really do have to stop playing because I have to pack for my trip. There we go. We have a very high demand for industry, it would seem. If I go here to our intersections now, we should see this guy. Which we can stick wherever we'd like. I think there's a way to turn it around, but no, I'm not sure. It won't matter too much because I don't really want the roads coming off of it anyhow. That is really nifty in the center though. I like it. It's really decorative. And so as we did before, outgoing traffic comes onto here. Please tell me that I think we just screwed up just a little bit. Saving that, I'll have to figure out exactly what is up with that, why it did not save. I think we'll have to upgrade too. Because we have that road. Anyway, that's going to be us. And we will have ourselves increased water capacity here, I think, would be the best thing. And we can always put these guys on the outside here, get some electricity going. And if we connect from here, we're actually quite good on that. We could increase our electricity production quite rapidly. I'm not really all that, you know, I'm not, too terribly concerned with the, with the fact that this is going to be a fairly weird deal. We'll just want them to merge onto the highway like that and then turn on off, and that way, you know, we don't have to worry too much about our situation here. Okay, well that's a nifty, if not ugly, roundabout. And I suppose we did the best we could. I'm not really going to bother too much with our deal here. I'm gonna go with straight lines. You know, even freeform would probably be a good idea. And I'm thinking we will have something going all across the lake here to give us access, because below here we have more forest and mining. So we'll get this guy plotted out real quick. You know, this time I'm not going to worry too much about, oh, we're not in freeform mode. Yeah, we'll get ourselves these little guys coming on here. Get these little neighborhoods going. And then we'll get some residential in here. Now, ideally, we'll, no, we'll do something kinda like this, where everybody will have access to the center road. We might have low density housing here. While we do a little bridge, we haven't done one of those. And there we go, we have a freeform road around the lake that we can utilize. I'm not going to put fast lanes here because there really is no point in it. We will soon have plenty of demand and lots of river pollution to deal with. But for now, I think we're going to be good if we go to our intersections. Oh, you see, we had the wrong guy. That's what was going on there. What is the space occupied by? We'll do that. We'll delete out the thing here. And we'll just do our little roundabout. In fact, we won't even worry about that. We have plenty of points for entry here. We'll just need to go in and delete these guys. Make this a little bit more freeform, I guess. And we'll, you know, these people will be able to get to where they need to get to. And do their thing. Now, I'm not going to completely populate this yet. In fact, you know what I will do here? I will go ahead and put in that roundabout. Because we will have plenty of room for these guys to merge up. And when push comes to shove, I mean, we are providing tons of residences here. That's all this island, I think, will be, is residences. We'll do that. What are we doing here, anyhow? I'll tell you what we're doing. We're burning through our cash. Like nobody else's business. Maybe I better get this guy going. I mean, we don't really want all that high traffic here. I just happen to have the wrong thing going on here. And you know, speaking of which, we do happen to have this thing going on here as well. The Illuminati is really working in our city. I'm beginning to fear I may have actually started something. Residential demand is pretty hot right now, if I do say so myself. These people can go into the city as they like. However, that's going to be a good deal. Let's get this on-ramp done. There we go. We got 2 of the 6 here. And I think we're sort of going in the opposite direction than we usually do, but that'll be okay. Everybody gets to make a right turn here to get onto their desired on-ramp. Let's take out these extra roads here. So I think we've done most everything else there. Okay, we are beginning to really have an issue with garbage collection. And I'm not entirely sure why. These people simply... they're unable to get to the garbage as they need to. So I'm going to add an additional road to alleviate some of the pressure. Because you know what, nobody's really taken this. I'm kind of at a loss as to what to do with the whole garbage issue, because it's certainly not an easy task to take care of. But we'll do more freeform, I think. And my game really is beginning to lag now, which is somewhat unfortunate. Because here we actually have a pretty good setup for, you know, our future deals. May need to move that back some. Oh, we're doing one ways again. I seem to have acquired a bit of a knack for this. There may be a way for us to drag that. Let me just get this guy taken care of quick, because it's not the world's best placement, but I think If we get all these on-ramps taken care of, then we will at least have a good place to start here. We'll, oh, come on. Space already occupied. Oh. It seems to not really like that. Whoa. Just something like that. It's not the world's best off-ramp. Or on-ramp, but it'll do. Let's go down to get this guy taken care of. It's a little bit tight. It wants me to put the crematoria down. Let's see, we have 3 more of these guys to do. 4, maybe, not 3. They seem to be quite irritated with us about the farming. And you know what, let them be. It's my city and I'm a despot, and what I say goes. There we go. We'll just merge in here. I think we're almost done with this little job here. Except that maybe, you know what I'll do with this roundabout? So I'll actually go through the trouble. Because even though my citizens whine too much, it may be a good idea to do this. I will merge this lower portion. And now that's actually looking quite nifty. I'm liking that. We'll just have 2 feeder roads down there. Last one. And we can get this guy here merged in. Oh no, don't do that. Let's try this once more. And the lag has gotten so bad that my sound is stuttering. This may not be so good for my game. Because that may mean that Oh, come on. We can make this. There we go. Yeah, not the best thing I've done, for sure. But you know what? We have traffic. I anticipate we'll have traffic issues here. And it's important that we do whatever we can to solve them. We'll just go here and we'll freehand it. There's gonna be congestion here, I think. Some rather massive congestion, in fact. Probably here too. But it'll be worth it because, you know what, this is, we'll just, you know, have these little segments here that I can populate. And we won't even connect the sky up, I think. That'll be completely unnecessary. A bit of a tight turn there. And same here as well. We'll just go under the bridge like that. I guess it should have maybe occurred to me that bridges can do things like that. And we'll just take that guy out. So this is our work of art. Oh, maybe. Perhaps I am overstating my abilities by calling it that. But we'll populate it pretty soon. And when we do, we will get plenty of people looking for jobs and looking for education and things like that. So, we'll do that pretty soon, I think. Definitely, within the next episode. But until then, this has been Thy Lord Root, and I will see you later.